Hello, Scrufftards, the occasional Vatnik, and all you beautiful online weirdos that probably would be creepy as hell if I ran into you in real life. Welcome to the War Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And things are happening in Kursk, mainly over around Veseloye, where it appears as if territory is shifting hands. Russia is gaining territory, and it appears that maybe Ukraine is shifting focus away from Veseloye to the west. Or they're just getting their asses kicked. I mean, it's either way. Watch the video, make up your own mind, leave a comment. Uh, Before moving on to the maps, my headset, as uh, it has a mind of its own, and in this video, it really messes with me. So it shuts down at one point and takes, I don't know, usually takes 8 or 10 seconds. This time it took me 20 seconds or something like that to get it back online. Just a heads up when that happens, the beep beep beep, you know, 20 seconds something, and I'll be back. Yeah. Maybe I'm actually planning on buying a new headset. Maybe, just maybe, you never know. Anyway, moving on. Maps. Right, so let's take a look at some of the maps. Here we have ISW, no real changes that I can see, unless they just made an update. Here we have Andrew Perpetua is updated the push along the highway here towards Malaya Lokna, and as you can see, we have some destroyed Russian vehicles, and it appears as if this airstrike is actually aimed straight at that bridge here outside of Malaya Lokna. So it appears as if Russia has tried to destroy. What the hell? Tried to destroy it, maybe even successfully did so. Uh, what? And no changes over around Veseloye by Andrew. That will change as we take a look at other maps. Noel reports a bit conservative in the updates. Same thing for Veseloye. Moving on to Deep State. Anything new? Not yet. Nothing about the push towards Malaya Lokna. Deep State has Veseloye in Russian control, and Russia has pushed down outside of Veseloye, but you can see there's still a Ukrainian presence, very much so here, west of Veseloye. Uh, Ukraine control map. Uh, Nova Ivanovka and that push towards Malaya Lokna is contested territory, and here you can have, here we have, what is this? BTR destroyed. BTR destroyed. What's this? Rough location of ground view from 95th air assaulting Kruglenko showing Russian casualties. And here we have some more BTRs destroyed up here. The bridge, what's this? That's older. That's an older strike, but as you can see, a lot of action going on along that road. Still a Ukrainian presence. This hasn't really changed on Maya Kovk on the Ukraine control map. They have indicated this push westward though. Uh, who have we here? Mayakovsk 73. Here we have that push along the highway. We have a missile strike, killed Russians, and airstrike aimed at that bridge. As you can see, a lot of destroyed Russian vehicles here at the Shleny and Ukrainians fleeing towards this area here. Situation at Veseloye. Ukraine has been pushed back according to Mayakovsk 73. Blackbird Group has Ukraine out has Ukraine as pushed out of Veseloye. Ubukovka, this small village, contested. Ukraine has fallen back. This area here is contested. But as you can see over here, that push west, you have Ukraine right outside these two border towns. at this forest here, a distinct push by Ukraine westward, according to Blackbird Group. And my map, here you have that road that the Russians have been pushing along. If I go back to hybrid mode here, here you can see what I'm doing with my map. I'm mapping out where you can defend territory, forests, and what have you, windbreaks. This, I guess, could be territory you could hold. Potentially, this seems to be a small valley, right? Maybe someone is in control of that region there. But yeah, so here you have windbreaks along the road that you can control if you grab them. And so these wide open spaces, the farmland, the fields, can't, well, truly be held or defended by anyone. So I'm trying to map out where they can actually hold territory. And then it looks like this, with Russia moving in through Slenichliak, Novy Ivanovka, and then trying to push all the way over to Malaya Lokna, as it appears at present. But the interesting thing is over here, Veseloye, because we now have several mappers showing us the same thing. Russia is moving down here east of Veseloye, grabbing territory. A bit unclear if they moved across this field and that they are over here in the windbreaks here or along the railroad. But they are pushing in east here of Veseloye, and most of the mappers has Russia in Veseloye and some of them even down here in Ubukovka. So Russia has more than likely reclaimed the town and potentially even Ubukovka. But what is interesting is that we keep seeing these mappers having a Ukrainian presence here to the west, contesting this area. You saw on that last map, Blackbird Group having Ukraine all the way out here. This is the forest, and they had them all the way out here. So the question is, what's going on here? I think there's like three options to choose from, depending on where you stand. The first option is that Russia is forcefully pushing Ukraine back. Ukraine is trying to defend but can't, and they're falling back because they're overwhelmed by the Russians. Second option is that Ukraine is making a tactical retreat out of the area back toward the border in order to relocate from this area all the way over here to support the fighting here as Russia is pushing in here into the center towards Malaya Lokna and that important river with the bridges. And third option is that Ukraine is giving up on Veseloye and redirecting their efforts west to cut off Wolfino, grabbing Wolfino so that they then can push into Krasnotabrisky and move all the manpower and resources they want across the border through the road network here, and so that they can then make a renewed effort to pushing into Veseloye. Make of that what you will, make up your mind. Leave a comment in the comment section which of these three options you think is the reality on the ground here around Veseloye. But I think it's safe to say at this point that Russia has pushed in, secured Veseloye. They are pushing east of Veseloye. And Ukraine, what the Ukrainians are doing, that is still up to debate. Either they are falling back in full retreat, or it's a tactical retreat because they have decided to leave, right? That means they are leaving and Russia is simply moving along. Or Ukraine has abandoned their attempts at Veseloye for now and are shifting focus to grabbing Wolfino and Krasnotabrisky. So that is basically what's going on at the moment in Kursk, as far as I can tell. We had indications that Russia was pushing down here. We're no longer seeing that on the maps. Uh, no changes around here either. Um, so their big hotspot at the moment does appear to potentially be Leonidovo, this village here outside of Novoivanovka, where Russia is probably trying to pushing this way and Ukraine is trying to hold on. Ukraine still has access via cover into the forests here, and Alexandria is probably this farm that's named Alexandria because there's nothing else here as you can see. So this farm here is Alexandria. It is under Ukraine control, and parts of the town is probably under Ukrainian control with Russia trying to push in up here, potentially being as far in as this crossroad maybe, if they're trying to push in. So this town here is where I suspect the main fighting is at the moment. If Ukraine can hold that town, they can obviously uh, threaten Russian advances along this highway, and that puts a stop to that was odd. I think this headset is getting getting old. That took some time, didn't it? Sorry for that. This goddamn headset. Uh, so yeah, if Ukraine can hold on to this town, they effectively shut down Russia's attempts of pushing along this highway towards Malaya Lokna and this bridge here and this bridge here. This is what they want to blow up and control and deny Ukraine the chance to move troops and reinforcements and logistics, supplies, what have you, across the river. So this is an important fight. If Ukraine can hold on to this village, they deny Russia the chance to pushing east, and Ukraine can obviously attempt to push into Novoivanovka again, which is also why Russia really wants this village, because taking this village ensures that they can keep pushing along this road towards Malaya Lokna and that bridge and the bridge up here. There you have it. So, yeah, I think that about covers it. The interesting part is over here, where we now have confirmation that Russia is well and truly pushing down this way and they are in control of Veseloye. And we keep seeing hints of Ukraine moving in this area west of Veseloye rather than making an all out assault into the town. Make of that what you will. Leave a comment, like I said. Tell me what you think is going on. So we'll see if we disagree or agree on the situation. And that's all I have for you this time around. I hope you found it interesting. I hope I'll see you in the next one. As always, go på marsch, Ukraine, and give them hell.